Hello friends, I'm Nadia and this is my studio, aka my room. Today I want to talk about the summer projects that I want to do because I haven't done any and we're already halfway through summer. So I'm not a huge fan of summer anyway, and to be honest, crochet wearables will not really be useful in my wardrobe because this is how I dress. I'm very minimalistic and simple when it comes to my outdoor wear. My indoors wear though could be a little cuter. I was going through my Pinterest board the other day and I got a little overwhelmed because I have so much stuff in here. So this video might actually help me decide what I want to make. But before we do that, I really wanted to touch on something very important that's happening in the world right now. People are starving and dying of hunger in Gaza. I know it's a touchy subject and not everyone wants to hear of this, but it is a reality. And just because most of us don't live in war doesn't mean that we should act blind whenever we see a video of someone talking about what's wrong. Our Muslim brothers and sisters are suffering and it's up to us to help. Now I can't really tell you which charity to donate to because there's so many charities out there and some of them are legit, some of them are not. I haven't done any extensive research, so I'm not going to tell you which ones to trust. I'm donating to my local charity in the country that I live in, and so it's your responsibility to check which charity is to be trusted. Hundreds and hundreds of people have already died of starvation, and if we don't help, it's gonna get worse. Thank you so much for listening. We'll start with a few pins that I keep pinning, and I keep forgetting that I've already pinned them, so I have them pinned like 4 or 5 times already in my Pinterest. And the first of those is this Khalad shirt, or however you want to pronounce it. I have pinned this so many times and I keep going back at it and I look at it and I'm like, oh, I want to make it, and then I just leave the pin. I really like the colorway that they used here, the green and the beige, and I do want to go and buy the pattern. I don't have any problem with buying patterns. However, I'm not a big fan of the lace part of it. I want to do a different type of lace because the way it's constructed is that you do 3 rows of double crochet and then that row of lace, or 2 rows of lace or whatever, and then 3 rows of double crochets. And this is how the repeat is throughout the entire design, so you can pretty much do whatever type of lace you want. I'm also not a big fan of the big plungy neck. Even if I'm going to wear it at home, I really don't want it to be a very deep neck, and I'm not a big fan of the collar either, so I just want it to be just a regular old v-neck t-shirt. So I might have to do a bit of reverse engineering here and find out how this shirt is made. There's this variation of it as well, this t-shirt with the cute butterfly buttons. The repeat rows are slightly different. They don't use like 3 rows of double crochet. I think they're doing a row of double crochet and then a row of mesh, like you would skip a few stitches, and then 2 rows of double crochet, and then it just keeps repeating. The lace details are also a bit different, so this is also another version of it. I have like multiple of the same shirt but in slightly different details. This is more of a cropped version of it, and here they're using some sort of lacy shell border, which is very cute, and I would like to have that in my shirt as well. There's this shirt that's a bit different. Again, they're using sort of lacy border, but I think here they're using 2 long panels. They're just joining them in the front and at the back. It's not the same construction as the other shirt, and this gives it more of a relaxed boho kind of look to it. It can be worn as a off-the-shoulder moment as well if you want. You can be very creative with this type of designs because with these 2 long panels you can make them any color you want. You can use any lacy stitches that you want. You can make it your own. You can also take the same exact shirt and add a bit of a band on the bottom so it sits a bit more tightly, and it would look something like this. This is just using granny stitches. Just imagine, okay, just use your imagination, this boho top but with an elastic band at the bottom. Depends on your preferences as well. You can just leave it to be a loosey-goosey shirt and that would look great as well. This is also the same concept, just 2 long panels joined at the back and at the front, but instead of a tight elastic you can continue with the same type of lace or a different type of lace in a loose way. I think this would be a great layering piece on top of a dress or something like a sundress. By the way, I will list all of the patterns that I can find because for some of these, even even if I do a reverse image search, it will not find a pattern for me because a lot of them are from shops. Like they would sell the ready-made pieces. For example, I couldn't find the pattern for this anywhere. I think it was just a TikTok video. I can see like half of the handle at the corner here. I mean, this kind of top is really easy to make and personalize. It's just a bunch of small squares. You can choose to make it with granny squares or different types of squares like the ones that are used here. Just squares of the same dimensions, and you can make a front panel and a back panel, and you can just stitch them together and add some straps and some ruffles. It's almost the same construction as a vest, so that should be easy for most intermediate crocheters. This is also the same concept, but it's using smaller squares but of the same type, of the same design. So you can choose to make it either way, either a bunch of different squares. What I like with this is that the strap is also made of the same squares, which is really cute. But again, you can make it any way you want. You can also add some ruffles here as well, but I think that would make it a bit too charged. And it is a store-bought piece, as you can see. Maybe it's from H&M or something, but oh, it's literally written here. It's mango. Sometimes I'm a little blind. Some more top ideas that I have saved is this tank top. And honestly, it looks way more complicated than it actually is. And most of the times when you're browsing through Pinterest and through designs like this, you will find the crochet chart that shows you how to do the design. Oh, I really love this green tank. The color is so beautiful. Is this even crochet? Yeah, it is crochet. This looks really pretty. It looks like leaves. At the bottom, they put this sunburst type of crochet square. I'm not sure if this is actually sunburst, but it looks like it. You can pretty much put any square at the bottom of any shirt and it would change up the whole look. You can even put the sunflower square. You can put a normal granny square. You can put anything in there. And the straps are super cute. I also love these light crochet cardigans. They look really, really thin and comfortable, and I love the look of them. Especially this embroidered one. The embroidery just makes it look next level. You guys, I think I'm gonna have to reverse engineer a lot of these designs. But most of these designs and posts on Pinterest, they don't have any other information. Not even the name of the design. Oh, and before we move on to cardigans, there's this t-shirt that has been pinned for 2 years on my Pinterest board, and it has a YouTube tutorial, and I don't know why I haven't made it yet. It's by Crochet by Bev, if I'm not mistaken. I'll leave a link in the description, of course. Okay, so for summer cardigans that you can wear when it's a bit chilly at night or in the evening or something like that, you can go for a simple mesh cardigan or shirt like this. I think this white mesh cardigan with a shell border, hear me out, the shell border, it would look really, really nice. I think it would add a bit more dimension to it because, I mean, the mesh is really simple, which there's nothing wrong with that, but if you want to add a bit of, you know, pizzazz to the mesh, then you can add a shell border to it. Okay, let's check YouTube for some beautiful summer lacy designs. Oh yeah, if you just type crochet lace cardigan, you'll find so many beautiful ones. There's this cottagecore cardigan by I Am Yuan. There's also this floral cardigan. It's really pretty. It's by Hannah Drapinski. They're all tutorials. They're all for free. So yeah, I will link down all of those tutorials. And you know what's the beautiful thing about making your own clothing is that once you learn a certain stitch or technique and you know exactly what kind of shirt or cardigan or design that you want to make, like if it's a v-neck or a round neck, or if it's cropped or long, you can pick that specific stitch and put it in the design that you actually want to make. I feel like by the time I actually make one of these projects, it's already gonna be winter. I'm always behind. I can never make something on time. I'm gonna try to at least make one of these projects. Oh, and I forgot to mention this checkered t-shirt, or I'm not sure if it's a t-shirt or a button-up shirt. It looks like a button-up shirt for me. It's really cute. And if it's for summer, you can make it with lightweight yarn and it would not be as dense as it looks here. I mean, it doesn't look very dense in this picture, but these kind of vests, like the checkered vests, they look very dense, but you can mix and match whatever yarn that you want to make it with. So yeah, as you can see, all of these summer projects that I want to make are on the lacy side because I have never made anything lacy in my life before, so I want to learn how to make lacy stuff. I also never used to like lace because in my mind it's just a bit too girly, but I have become very girly lately. I mean, why not, right? You only live once. Since I was a kid and I was growing up and choosing my own style or whatever, I have almost always dressed like a tomboy. Not too much of a tomboy though, but I think I'm in my soft girl era right now. I'm very comfortable with wearing pink nowadays and I love it. So I want to tap in more into that. So let me know in your comments if you're also in your soft girl era and what kind of designs that you made that are very like lacy and pretty and dainty. If you can link those so that everyone can benefit from them, that would be great. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It was a quick one. I just wanted to talk about these so I can like sort my priorities and like see which ones I want to make. And I think I sort of narrowed down my options. So yeah, this video helped me. I hope it helps you as well. And I know it's already July and you know, summer is almost over or whatever, but you can always make it for next year, right? Anyway, take care of yourselves until I see you next time. Bye!